Making videos. A lot of people think it's really hard. A lot of people think it's really easy. You just press record and away you go. No matter what you think, you always need that good quality product to help you with your videography. And without a shadow of a doubt, that product that has helped me excel in my video making. Backdrops, C-stands, light stands, wall mounting arms, desk mount stands, accessories, tripods, vlog tripods, selfie sticks, quick release plates, tripod heads and accessories is Neewer. Neewer. I've heard a lot of different abbreviations of this brand, but you know what I'm talking about. This bag houses the lights, which I'm currently filming this video on with. I'm not very good at product names and numbers, so I am going to have to refer to my phone while I'm doing this. So the lights, and I'll do a bit of B-roll action so you can all see, is the Neewer two pack, rest in peace, bi-colour NL660 LED video light and stand kit. And the best thing about these lights is that the stands that these come on, you can use them for different products that are inside the Neewer range. So there's backdrops. You can use the exact same stands you use for your lights, for your backdrops. Everything's interchangeable. And that's probably one of the best things about Neewer, is you don't have to buy one solid product and that's it. And then you have to buy another product but to suit. You could buy the backdrop and then you can use these stands to suit, which is unbelievable. With the NL660s, I got two of them. At the time, they were like 200 and something odd pound. They're on now at the minute for 219.99 British pounds. And I got them maybe about a year and a half ago to elevate my videography and my video making, and they've done brilliant. They've done loads of shoots and loads of videos in that time frame. But what you get with these lights is they are mains powered and they're also NPF battery powered. So in the back of it you have two NPF battery slots which you can use if you're out running a gun and you're out in a street or you're filming where there's no power sources nearby, and I think that is fantastic. There is fans, but they're very, very, very quiet. Like, you can't even hear them. They do come with two diffusers as well as part of the kit, and with it being bi-colour, you've got the different scales on the luminous. That makes no sense, but you know what I mean and I know what I mean. They're different Kelvin ranges. I'm not too sure what the Kelvin ranges are, I'll tell you now. So it goes from 3,200 kelvins to 5,600 kelvins, which is unbelievable. They're 40 watt max power, 660 LEDs. I wonder, well, that's why it's called NL660. I didn't actually know that. And in the brightness, you can go from 0% to 100%. I wouldn't go 100% because it can get very bright, which is good that you have that range and you can tweak it and you can mix the kelvins together. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So 219.99 British pounds. And Neewer have always got offers on. So at the minute it is 30% off, which will be £154. So you are saving 60 quid. Say 60 quid. Second product that I personally own, and I'm talking about the stuff that I've owned, and then I will talk about products that I don't own but I will be owning in the very, very near future, because everything in Neewer is very budget friendly and it's very affordable. So the second thing that I own, and I've recently got this, is the V-mount battery. It is the PS150E 10,350 milliamps and 150 watt. Sorry, it's a 100 watt fast charger. This thing is unbelievable. It's what I'm charging my camera currently at the minute when I'm filming this video, and it does fantastic. It's charging this, it's charging the other light that I've got on behind me as well. There's a lot of things. You've got USB-C, USB Type A, 2 D-tap, and a 12 volt and a 18 volt, I think. I'll put the spec sheets on the right here somewhere. But this thing is unbelievable, and you can use it as a power bank. I've charged my phone, my wife's charged her phone, the kids have charged their iPads, and the thing doesn't blink. It does not blink, and it does not make any noise. And the best thing about this, which I found absolutely fantastic, was the fact that you can bring this onto an aircraft. Small and lightweight for easy transport, even suitable for air travel, which is fantastic because there is power banks you can't bring on the flights. But anytime I do bring a power bank on the flights, I was away last year, went to Sheffield and then went to Birmingham. So when I flew to Belfast, I tape everything anyway, quite cautious that way, and then I put it in my hand luggage and bring it on the flight, which is fantastic. But that V-mount battery on its own has changed what I do dramatically. I used to have batteries going from my pocket, my leg, with batteries. I had a battery in my pocket and I had a cable coming up onto the gimbal, and I'm walking around with all these cables flapping about. Don't have it with this now. It's fantastic. And the V-mount battery obviously needs to go onto a V-mount plate, which I also got from Neewer. And this thing is fantastic. You can angle it to go flat, or you can angle it to go 90 degrees. I'll get a bit of B-roll if I can. If not, I'll just put images up and show. This thing currently is £56.99 British pound, and it's a Neewer PS015 Pro Foldable Arcus Swiss type quick release V-mount battery plate. That is a mouthful. I'm gonna take a wee breath. But this thing is fantastic. It's what the V-mount battery goes on, and the plate goes on to the bottom of the camera with the is it 1/4 inch thread at the bottom. Fantastic and very budget friendly. And again, it's also on offer. Most of the stuff that's on Neewer's website is ranging from 50% off to 10% off, and they rotate this. They've done a big one over for New Year's. It's now finished. There's now a new deal on at the minute as well on a lot of their stuff in their range. And another thing that I have that I don't use that often, well, I hadn't used it that often until recently, until I started working with Glentoran Academy, is the Neewer universal camera cage with a top handle. So usually with your camera cage, it would fit snug under the camera. This here, it gives you loads of wiggle room to have stuff around it. And there's 2 handles that you can twist. I do have it, it's in the bag. I'm not being lazy, but I can't be annoyed getting it out. Where you can hold it to the side, or you can hold it with a top handle, and it's fantastic for low shots, even trying to keep the balance. I record all my stuff because I'm a budget videographer. I've been doing it for about 2 years, but I'm still building up my money pot to get a better camera. So I'm still currently using the Sony ZV-10, pardon me, or ZV-10, depending on where you're from. And the camera's fantastic, but the stabilization on it is bad. There is no stabilization. So if I usually hold it on the gimbal, but when it's on this, and you got your top handle and you've got your 2 handles at the side, you don't even notice it. Honestly, you don't even notice it. Unless you're sort of, you don't want to do that. Don't even do that with a camera that does have in-body stabilization. But that there is fantastic. And the last thing that I currently own, that I can think off the top of my head, I have a lot of camera gear and boxes everywhere. My wife's not happy. I've literally got boxes everywhere. So this is the box for the V-mount battery, which is absolutely fantastic. Even the packaging, I know it sounds really stupid, but the packaging of Neewer stuff is unbelievable. It's fantastic, absolutely fantastic, folks. But the last thing that I currently own is the monitor, which is the field monitor, which I can look at myself right now. It's just down there. Is the Neewer F500 Pro 5.5 inch touchscreen field monitor, and it's currently on for £265.99. But it's also on offer with 20% off. Again, Neewer are just fantastic, and their delivery is great. I think for the V-mount battery, I think I waited for 2 days, and that was it. That was for me hitting buy, hit my house. Unbelievable. Everything shipped off pretty quick. So I will show you the field monitor, because it's right in front of me. So hopefully you can make that out. You can see me, see you, see me. See me, see you. So we're looking at each other, hello. But this thing is absolutely fantastic. It is MPF board, which is what I'm currently using now. This is a small MPF. I am getting bigger ones, which Neewer obviously they do as well. But this thing is absolutely fantastic. Stick it on the top of the cage or on top of the camera, top of the gimbal. You can have this anywhere. It is obviously hardwired. I haven't got any wireless HDMIs, so but this thing is absolutely fantastic. I've dropped it a couple of times. It was the first I was away in Birmingham, and we just finished recording a game for Counter-Strike in Epic 44, and this thing fell off my gimbal, which it was a fault of my own. I didn't secure it down properly, and the thing was fine, absolutely fine. There's a couple of wee scuffs, which is expected, but the thing is absolutely bulletproof. So Neewer, and everything I've just talked about is stuff that I own. None of this has been given to me by Neewer. Neewer don't even know I'm making this video. I'm just doing this to try and help people understand that Neewer is a budget-friendly company and their products are fantastic. Like, nothing's cheap about these products. They're very hard wearing. I've had no issues at all with them. Even when we drop on the field monitor, the thing works. It's fantastic. Everything, it's now, when I say cheap, nothing is going to be cheap as chips. Cheap, nothing is, unless you go to the shop and get a chocolate bar. And they're not cheap, they're like £1.50. But this stuff here is budget friendly, and it's absolutely fantastic. Neewer do ND filters for drones, for action cameras. They do for anything really. Their range is absolutely fantastic, and just because I can't think off the top of my head, I will just go onto their website so I don't babble on. Oh, that's what I actually meant to mention. I'm not very good at coming up with my scripts in my head because I haven't got a teleprompter. A teleprompter, I could write a script and read the script off the teleprompter, and I'm also looking at the camera at the same time. For people that don't know what a teleprompter is, Neewer do those, and that is the next thing that I'm going to get off Neewer, because it'll make my life a lot easier, and it'll make your life a lot easier too than listening to me babble on. So a teleprompter, your Neewer X11 2-in-1 teleprompter with a monitor is currently £229 with a 25% discount, which brings it down to £172.50. Now, for a teleprompter, these things go for £200-300. That is an absolute bargain, folks. An absolute bargain, and it would make my life a lot easier doing what I'm doing now, talking to you, because I can actually write down product names and product numbers, and it can be a bit more engaging. But they do lights, as I've mentioned, continuous lights, RGB lights, mini lights, light kits and stands, which is what I'm using at the minute, and they do a whole lot of range of it. Studio flashes, soft boxes, reflectors, C-stands, light stands, wall mount norms, desk mount stands, accessories, tripods, vlog tripods, selfie sticks, quick release plates, tripod heads and accessories, sliders, monitors, teleprompters, V-mount batteries, microphones and accessories, cages and mounting adapters, car mounts, POV body mounts, DJI lens and filters, GoPro lens and filters, instant 360 filters, instant 360, battery grips, bags, cases, cables, the list goes on. The range that Neewer have is unbelievable, and I nearly went out of breath there. So apologies, folks. But if you are a professional videographer or you are just starting out, a bit like myself, I'm not just starting out. I've built up a bit of a portfolio. I'm working for different clients, and I've been able to buy this stuff. But if you're a professional or you're just starting out, Neewer is your #1 place to go for all your camera accessories, and I mean all of them. If there's something that Neewer hasn't got, I guarantee if you send them an email, I guarantee they do have it. I can guarantee they do have it. You just haven't been able to find it. So, rant over. Thank you very much for listening, folks. This is the first video that is going to be on my personal YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a while now under the alias of Geordie Scanlad. That alias is now gone. It's either just going to be JMatt Media or JMatt Jordan. I haven't really figured out what I want to go for yet, but this will be the first video on it. So Neewer, if you're watching, I personally appreciate what you do because this stuff is absolutely fantastic. As I said, it's not a sponsored ad. All this stuff I just want to talk about because I appreciate what they do and their stuff is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, my name's Jordan. Have an absolutely wonderful and fantastic day, night, morning, evening, whatever time you're watching this, and I will see you all in the next one.